Warning. You are about to watch a program that is setting the standard for YouTube content. We don't charge for access, we don't sell account reviews, and we don't pass the bill to you. YouTube is free, Discord is free, and that's exactly how it should be. Time to level up.
You're watching pressure, not panic, not chaos, just pressure. Because strength doesn't need to shout to be real. Becoming confident, convinced this space should crack. That numbers and noise will be enough, and the first attacks hit the wall the way they always do. But every unit they send, every strike they commit, it isn't breaking anything. It's feeding it. You can see the moment it sets in, when confidence turns into hesitation. So they push harder, more attacks, more resources, more effort stacked on top of bad math. Fires don't start here. They start on the way out. Because this wall wasn't built for highlights. It was built for endurance. Wave after wave, the result stays the same. Because defense here isn't passive, it's patient. This is what happens when pressure meets structure, when noise meets restraint, when ego meets a wall that doesn't care. Welcome to WWC Live.
Welcome into the WWC. Oh, it's Sunday night already. My God, for me, it was a very fast weekend. Hope everybody had a wonderful weekend and enjoyed whatever season or off season that you're in. It was incredibly busy. Apologize for not being able to get Saturday morning show that we usually do account reviews. It was a crazy weekend to say the least. So there was a lot of stuff going on here between our fight windows and everything else. We'll get into that with season 6 updates. And we will get into kind of when we're going to make that up. We'll do some account reviews this week, make up for that. But what do we have on here tonight? So tonight we have season 6 update. For those of you that are in season 6 or coming into season 6, I have some important tips for you that you're definitely going to want to hear to help you, per usual. We will be checking in on some battle reports. I do want to do some live Murphy testing. I'd love to do this. I know there's been I feel like the number one thing going around right now between season 5, between outside of the seasons and just between kind of Geekville, if you will, what we're talking about. I feel like the real ground conversation is Murphy with Air. Like there's such a split audience right now with yes and no between season 5 and 6. So I thought it would be fun to just kind of grab some folks, do some live testing, get some formations, and just run some live tests and see what happens in the old 3v3, what it looks like, so we can kind of at least have some fun there. But before we get to any of that, I got to get to the people. I got to get to my people. Get the people up in here. What do we got? We'll get started early tonight. My Lord. Folks are chomping at the bit. Bun Bun was here. Stamp of approval. She is fantabulous. For those of you that are not familiar with Bun Bun, shame on you. Discord.gg, join WWC. Get in the Discord. And you'd be lucky if you were bullied by the old BB. Always welcome and good to have you. Doubles, welcome in. Haven't seen you in a bit. Haven't seen you in a bit. Good to have you in. Palantir. Oh, the Team Australia has begun early. Has begun early. I do love it. I do love it. Brian, you're new here. Well, we welcome one and all, sir. Hopefully, this time your first time, but you'll be here for a long time. I mean, yes, I try to always be here. I do miss some. You do. You're a responsible adult, Bun Bun. You do responsible things. All right, who else we got? B-Dub? B-Dub. Adulting is lame. Welcome in. Who else we got? Farmer Nibs, always good. Shout out to 162. Represent Hull Crash. There he is. Shout out to 1604 for him. All right. Who else we got? Woo! Woo's for the children. What's up, Woo? Morning World Cup. What is it? The World Cup? I would have no clue. I am not a soccer guy. I don't know if it's a World Cup or not. You could tell me that it was a championship right now going on. I wouldn't know the difference. Let's see. What else we got? Woo. Palantir. Woo. Who else we got in here? Diamore, what's up? Welcome in. Flightboard, welcome in. Will, shout out to 588. Always good to see you. OG in the house. What's up, Eric? Only a couple more weeks, sir, and I was just talking to Circles about that. He said only a couple more weeks, and Circles like you will be joining us, and that's true. We are not leaving. We are not going beyond the point of no return of servers. So we will be staying with the OGs for the future. So it'll be good. We'll be maxed up. It'll be fun. Let's see. B-Dub, not first time. And Brian, suggested screen names usually late. So just watch late. Oh, all good. We put it out there. It's out on Spotify now, too. Man, people pouring into I guess Spotify was a good idea. People pouring into Spotify, so that's fun. Chicken Charlie, welcome in. What's up, buddy? What is going on? All right, so what was going on this weekend? Let me just bring you up to speed on what things look like this weekend. So we had a bit of the battles. So let me bring you to the map. Hopefully nobody put anything on the maps. Because I need to show you the map in order to tell you the story of kind of what's going on real quick. So here is 118, and here is our sanctuary. So within the sanctuaries, every server, you're matched with 8 servers, and every server has its own sanctuary. And basically, everybody tries to position themselves throughout these giant maps, taking squares and taking positions. And you're basically fighting for the first 30 days for positioning, and you're trying to get close enough and take everybody's cities and burn those down so you can get influence points. And you're trying to get to the sanctuaries, where if your faction can destroy the other faction's sanctuaries, it is worth 100,000 influence points, and you get to they no longer have a sanctuary in here. And then there's also outposts that go around the sanctuary. So take a little spin out here, and you can see server lines here, server lines there. People are invading. So really what you're trying to do is prevent them from having a shot when your sanctuary opens for fighting. The first time sanctuaries were open for fighting was this past weekend on Saturday. So that allowed people to go invade the sanctuaries. Now, the sanctuary battles are very similar to kind of Warzone duels. They're very fun. It has the cannons, you notice, and it has the sanctuary, has the big grounds for fighting. So it's a lot of fun, right? In here, the outposts are essentially like baby Warzone duels. So you get a couple cannons, and you just have your outposts that you can fight for. So those come up for fighting as well. So as I said, every server has a sanctuary. So this past Saturday, our server here, let me go and give you a little kind of poke here. Okay, so here's our map, and here we are the green, and the enemy is the blue. So we were able to destroy 169 Sanctuary, 193 Sanctuary, and 87 Sanctuary. And we were able to save all of our sanctuaries. So part of the deal is, if you're not in Season 6, you are in Season 6. Part of the deal is you want to make sure that people don't have the connection to your sanctuary. Because if you can prevent people from having connections to your sanctuary, you have one less server to worry about as your whole server's trying to defend 4 different sanctuaries, right? So if all of these servers have connections to all of them, how do you know which one they're going to attack? How do you possibly strategize to protect all 4 of them? It's incredibly difficult. You know, as you can imagine, right? Because it's not just alliance, like one alliance. You have multiple alliances. You have 4 different servers, and you know, so it's very difficult. You can't predict which one necessarily they're going to go to. And even if you're successfully defending one, at any time they could pivot. They could pivot and get better positioning in another sanctuary. So what we were able to do is really prevent this Saturday, at least, we were able to prevent connection to 188 Sanctuary and prevent connection to 118 Sanctuary, which means that we didn't have to worry about defending those 2, which all of a sudden cuts you in half now in what you're doing, right? So that really puts you in a better defensive position because you don't want to get your 2 destroyed. So we were able to protect our 2 sanctuaries here. This one wasn't as available as this one. We were able to chop those down and start ownership. And then once we were able to get a good handle and kind of own them, we started to pivot a little bit and see what could we grab, how much could we grab, and what could we do. And we pushed the pedal to the metal, and we went over and went to 87, and we were able to fend off 87 and take that. And then that ended up under control, and then we slowly went to 183 and then finally fought off 169. So it was incredibly busy, guys. You only get all this stuff that I'm talking about right now, you only get 1 hour to do. So everybody is attacking and defending in 1 hour. Now, it's not just now that you're defending it. There's also follow-up. I believe Wednesday is the next sanctuary opportunity. Let me see when it comes up. I think it's Wednesday, but why is sometimes my scroll mouse, it works great. Other times, not so much. Look, I don't know. It's got its own mind of its own. I need a new mouse. That's what I think. Let's see. Let's come down and take a look at our protection status. Oh no, 5 days. So Saturday. So the next sanctuary battle will be Saturday. So Saturday morning, we'll have another one. And again, all the same sanctuaries. Obviously, the ones we destroyed, we don't have to worry about anymore. So also, that puts us in a really, again, we're in a very good spot. We still have time left. There's a lot of time and a lot of fighting left to defend. But as you can see, since we've already gone after and destroyed 3 of these sanctuaries, we no longer have to worry about attack of those sanctuaries. So now we can more pin down and be more defensive in our strategy and what we're doing. The object is to keep connections away, but either way, even if connections happen, you're better strategically looking at it from a perspective of, hey, we can really be on the defensive here to protect our own, so they're not getting influence points. So that's really what's going on. It's been fantastic. As you can see, you get your sanctuary chests here of your rewards. 1 for every sanctuary you can destroy. There are also for fighting. And I want to get into this real quick too and just kind of talk about this a little bit, but do you have your rewards here for your chests that you get? Honor points that are in here, and this is just like Warzone, similar to Warzone duels. Just for fighting, you're fighting in the Warzone duel and you get it. So if you fight during the battle, you get it, and then if you fight by the end of the battle within the Warzone, people are all sitting there shielded on the sidelines and throwing their troops into the RS squares, trying to earn the points to open their chests. So it's similar to that. Rewards are good. I mean, the honor points, there's plenty of honor points in here, so you need to make sure you get them. So that's obviously people can can get them for 24 hours return. So make sure you're not missing the opportunity to get your chests, even if for some reason you couldn't show up and get to the battle, get your chest. Although if you do miss the battle, I do encourage you to go actually fight for them. You know what I mean? Like, this RS Square business is, I mean, it's so ridiculous and lame. It takes all day to sit there. I refuse. Personally, somebody else was trying to get me to hit. I was getting messages constantly in the month. Hit my square. Hit the square. I do not hit squares. I don't like to hit squares typically. If I'm hitting a square, I must really not like you for some reason. It'd be very petty, because I don't like hitting squares. I don't like hitting collectors to get, a few here, like points here and there. I tend not to. If you're looking for like kills and stuff like that for your team, if your kill event is really close and you have to win, I can see you're going after to try to pick up the points and stuff. It's just not necessarily fun for me to go out, unless, again, I'm trying to irritate somebody. Then it works like a charm. Usually, if you hit collectors, it works like a charm. But otherwise, I'm not really really not a fan of the RS collectors hitting myself. So I won't do it. And I know people want me to do it because they want to get the kills to get their rewards. I say unshield. Unshield, close your eyes, and it'll be over in a minute. It's just unshield, go fight somebody. I don't know. There were different everything's a mud. So there's different sanctuaries that you can go fight to get your rewards, by the way. It didn't even have to be in your specific sanctuary. There was a ton of them to fight for. The only specific thing that was tied to the sanctuary was the sanctuary chest here that you're trying to destroy for the server. Otherwise, these chests are just go fight in a sanctuary somewhere and go get it. So you're definitely going to like that for your rewards. Don't miss out on those. Yeah, so that was Saturday. Again, it's a really compact hour that, the servers that are successful doing this stuff, you're on Discord, you're traveling around, you're communicating, you're just doing a lot of moving and shaking trying to do this stuff. And by the way, it's piggybacking off of the hour. So the first hour, and this is why I was on live, so to speak. We saw what happened. It was a giant blow up when I tried to do this, and there was a bunch of silence, and Bun had to come in and save. I didn't want to cause this whole thing again, because I'm on Discord and we got chats going on, and it's incredibly busy, guys, in what we're trying to accomplish. And we're moving around in different spots and different fishing grounds, and we're trying to defend our faction in some, and we're over here, or we're planning on going somewhere else. And what happens is, actually, you see people take off during season 6, right? One of the things you do is you see everybody taking off, but you don't know where they're going. You don't know where they're going. So you go, where did they go? All eyes out, all eyes out. So it's a perfect opportunity to, for myself, it's like, I don't want to show our hand. Like, if we're moving somewhere and we want to get to jump on somebody, well, okay, just watch the live and you'll know where we're going, right? Like, I've told you this time and time again in season 5 and season 6. I'm a little bit different than maybe other YouTubers when we do this stuff, but my server and war has to come first. The season has to come first. It's strategic. There's a lot of people that are putting in a lot of time and a lot of effort to do this season and strategically do these things. For me to selfishly just be on here presenting this information for you, I'd love to show you a fight. I'd love nothing more than that. But to sit there and show you where we're going, come on, just to sell out. What am I gonna do? Sell out my own team for some views? That's crazy. Thumbs down me if you will, but it is what it is. Like, that's how we're gonna live at the WWC. The team and the server first, and I'll report to this stuff afterwards, and we'll show plenty of fights afterwards. And off season, anybody else who has fights will continue to pour in and show you the other fights that are going on. But unfortunately, sometimes, guys, I can't be with you here to show some of these things. So what happened this weekend overall? Here's where we currently stand with our season. Just so you know, here's our leaderboard. So we are still number 1 in total influence points. You have 188 who's second. You have 188 who's third here. 188 is 4. 5, you have 181, who's our number 1 server. They are 6. You have 118, who's 7. And then 169, who's here. So that's influence points. If you want to look at from a Warzone perspective, this shows you per server where we stand. And then as a faction, this is where the points stand right now for influence points for factions. So it kind of got a little bit lopsided right now, at least this weekend, because of the sanctuary hits and the land that was taken. Stuff going on. So things are going right now. We have about 2 weeks left. I don't know. Like OGs only had like 1 week. They finished like last week. So everybody kept telling me, oh, you only have 2 weeks left, which means we would only have 1 week left right now, which seems very weird to me, because when I come in here, it shows me we have 3 weeks left. I mean, I can see the last week, but it's telling me we have 14 days. So I don't, I know this last week is like settle up and stuff. I can't imagine that there's only one more week. I don't know. I guess we'll see and find out. OGs are confusing me by telling me there's only one more. I don't know, but either way, we are good. We will continue to fight the good fight. It has been, I think, 35 days at this point, 36 days for the server. So live, what can we do? What can I do to give you a couple tips? Season 6, if you are in Season 6 and you're not in Season 6, let me give you a couple things, okay? So one of the things you're going to want to do is you're going to want to, in your faction tech, you're going to want to make sure you're fishing every single day and selling your fish constantly, because you want to keep your merit high and you want to stay in the top 100 for merit at the very least. So all the rewards come down to where you are within merit. You have the top spots, obviously 1 and 2 and 3, the top 10, 30. They're all getting very high rewards. There's very few people who can be in that top 10 because they started off hot. If you really want to be in that top 10, there's a couple things you need to make sure you're doing. Number one, you need to make sure you're fighting every single time for different fishing grounds and everything else. You have to fight, which means during the day, during work, could be any time. There's no excuse. Could be in the middle of the night. That's where your merit's at. You're getting merit for fighting. So you're going to have to show up to the fish grounds. You're going to have to fight. Okay, that's one. You're going to have to be there for every claim that the Alliance is doing. So you're going to have to get merit early on. As far as the claims, the grounds that you're doing, you're going to have to take part in all the participation of all the events and the killings and things like that for merit. So let's go take a look real quick, just so you can see here. If you come in here, it will show you all your merit stuff right here. So these are all your opportunities to get merit. And if you want to rank high, you're going to have to take advantage of just about all of them. Okay? So first kill of your Doom Elites, which, essentially is when you first kill your Doom Elites, you're going to get merit from there right in the beginning of the season. You got the Doom Elites all the way through your top ones. That's an obvious one. Everybody's going to get those, no problem. Your first kill of your normal zombies, everybody should get those. It's all really based on your what the hell is it called? It's not the factory. What the hell is it called? I can't think of it now. It's not your factory. It's your main resistance building. Forgot what they called it this year. I had it on the tip of my tongue before, and I don't know why all of a sudden I went blank. It's resistance, but the Fungus Institute. Thank you, Triple Q. I don't know what my brain went did. So anyway, yeah, your Fungus Institute. Everybody's gonna get that up. I wouldn't worry about it. Like these two right here, you all get. You're all gonna kill the Doom Elites, and you're all gonna kill all the zombies. At least I hope. If you're not, then you're really not in an alliance. You probably quit the season, or your alliance quit if you're not able to get enough to get to that point. That's part of it. What it is. So as you can see here, participating in first capture of fishing grounds. So this is huge, right? Your R4s, your R5s, they're all going to get those because, well, they're strategically planning where you're going to hit, right? If you're in an alliance and your R4 and R5 don't know a first capture of a fishing ground, then something went in seriously wrong with your alliance. I mean, if the, you know what I mean? Like, the patients are running the asylum. If somebody's just off claiming shit for the first time and your R4 and R5 don't know about it, I think you got to regroup. So again, your R4 and R5 are probably going to get all of these. So you need to make sure you're up on where are you? When are these captures happening? taking part in all of them. Don't miss out on them. That's incredible. Their merit. There's merit right there that you need to capture. So if you're looking at the people that are ahead, that's how they're getting ahead, because they're part of all of that and you missed a few, or you had something going on and couldn't make it. So no big deal. You might not be able to be in the top 10 or the top 30 because that's what it takes to get there. Same with participating in captures of cities. When you're jumping around and you're taking picture and you're taking part in the cities, you're going to do that, right? Oh, one thing I want to touch on the fishing ground. As you know, it's happened for season after season. I want to make sure you know, by the way, the fishing grounds, just in and out. You don't have to have everybody stay in there to get your credit for the merit, right? You're only in there for a couple seconds. You pop out, you get credit for the capture. You're all set. You don't have to stay in there very long to get credit for a capture. So there's only 30 at a time, so you need to cycle through your entire team or who's there to make sure everybody gets those first capture rewards. So just, make sure you're giving credit to those folks. Get as many people in. Same with first capture cities. You just have to hit a city. If you're all capturing it, you're all getting together, just be in there. Now, for the busy alliances, I will tell you this. Make sure you're ready to roll, because busy alliances hit those things and the fight is over in a minute. It does not take long, guys. You just start seeing it's crazy business where it's over in a second, in a flash. So make sure you got your teams ready to attack, because you want to get your merit for that. Purge action. Okay. This is where you start separating from the strong people. So purge action is going to rank the people that kill these zombies right here, the first kill zombies. You have a purge action kill list. So whoever's going to be there, the top of the top are going to be in this purge action event ranking rewards. You're not, for the most part, you're not going to be able to really get up there as part of the purge ranking, because the elite people, the people that are the strongest or have pushed their alliance to, the highest, are really moving up that list throughout the thing. And it gets down, as you wear down into the rankings, into killing the last of the zombies. It's been taken over by the people who have 130 million squads, 110 million squads. Like, resistance can only do so much for you to make up these people that are just ahead of you. They're using protectors to make their squads even stronger. It's an uphill battle. Don't cry about spilt milk. It is what it is. It's giving them credit for being as strong as they are, and it's all good. We just move on. Donating catches and alliance skills. So here's the thing. Yes, the higher you get in the fishing grounds, you do get a few more alliance skills medals for the fishing captures. But I will tell you this. Use them. Use your fishing every single day as soon as you capture your first pond. I would fish every single day if I were you. If I was in a level 1, I would capture the level 1. If then when you got the level 2, I would go use them in a level 2. If I was in a level 3, then level 3. You're going to be fishing throughout the entire season. You have plenty of bait to get these high-end ponds from 4, 5 to 6. You go into the middle areas and you're going to get to level 7. Listen, there's plenty of opportunity to get there. I would just say stay up on your bait. It sounds a lot easier than it actually is, because you get 100 bait hooks at the start of the reset of every week. And then every day you're going to get like 10 or 20 you're going to get in addition. Plus, you get your gold hooks. You get your gold hooks from, eventually you're fishing, you're going to pull out this giant alligator and your team's going to kill it. You're going to get a free gold hook. You're going to get a free gold hook from your profession. You're going to get free gold hook. You get these gold hooks you're going to end up getting. You have to use too. Now those gold hooks, all they do is they may give you a better odds of getting a better catch. That's all they're doing. But I will say, no need to sit there and hold on to your bait. Okay, use it because you want to fish the best fish you can get, and you want to sell them constantly. You want to just sell them, because that's going to keep you in the war ranking, the war merit, throughout the week, which is going to keep your rank high. Also, people fall off. So there's plenty of people who are not fishing anymore, or nowhere near fishing as often as they were in the beginning. And that could be a couple different reasons. So you're limited to the amount of fish you can sell in a week. There's actually a timer. So you could end up holding on to 300 baits, 400 baits, then use them all, get all these fish, and you could only sell like 120. And then the clock starts to kind of go into that to allow you like one every I don't know what it is, like every 10 minutes or whatever, 30 minutes or something, you're allowed to sell a fish back into towards the 120. Well, you don't want to sit there and have all these fish that you can't sell. So put it towards your merit. Like, just continue to fish and sell, fish and sell, fish and sell. Keep up with it, and catch the best that you want. There's no real thing about the fishing, by the way. I would just say, when I'm fishing and I'm doing a lot of fishing in a row, I kind of made a personal goal to myself that, like, if the lowest fish is listed as the first one in the pond, like, they're all ranked and give you different rewards for merit. So there's the best fish, then the second best, the third best, fourth best, and they show you the ranking of every pond and what the merit is worth. When I pull in the shitty fish that's worth the lowest merit, if I do that 3 times in a row, I just switch ponds. Your team owns a shit ton of ponds, so it's not like you have to sit in the same one. You can just move around. So what I do is I'm like, okay, if I pull in 3 in a row that's bad, I just move. I'm just like, all right, that's good enough for me, and I just move to another one. I would try fishing at different times too. I can't tell you I figured anything out. I'm not going to tell you I know the algorithm, the meta behind the fishing. I have no clue. I don't know what they're doing, but silly, like, I'd come home from some drinks or something, and I'd be like, oh, when do we fish? We fish at night. I think I'll catch better fish at night. I don't know. I thought I hit some more luck when I fish at night or when I was fishing earlier in the morning. As far as the server time goes, like, what would be early morning for you and what? I could be nuts. Listen, it wouldn't be the first time that I've been called nuts. But for me, it's more fun than anything else. I'm not claiming that it works. But have fun with it and just keep doing it. You get worn down through the season. In 35 days, a lot of days to continuously fish. But just do it for your merit. Trust me, you'll want to keep doing it. You donate it to the faction, you're going to get merit, obviously, that we just talked about. Fortifying cities on the map, so protecting your cities, you're going to be able to get merit. Obviously, you earn. Same with fighting. Anybody who's fighting, they want to earn merit. So Beneath the Ruins, you can do the entry deposit. You can do the duel. You can fight people for merit and do different ways for that. Beneath the Ruins has ranking rewards. Good effing luck being in anything like that. I'll tell you what, I thought I did an amazing one the other night. I was like, holy shit, I figured this one out because I died. I was like, oh, I think I can do this one. I died on purpose because I was like, you know what? I'm going to try to actually do this one fast. I did it so fast. And then I looked at the rankings. I was still 25th. Which is, believe me, 25th is actually amazing because I'm usually like 325th. It's horrible. I was like 25th and I looked up and the person was like 5 seconds faster than me. They're only 5 seconds. That's what separates like 25, 75 people. It's just not worth it. I don't care. It's kind of like the frontline breakthrough. For me, I'm like, I just do it and then that's it. It's over. I'm not sitting here trying to battle everybody for the top spot of that. Number one, I don't know if y'all are using some kind of cheating bullshit with bots and blah, blah, blah. And I'm not really fighting people and I'm fighting bots, whatever. I don't have time for this nonsense. So if you're actually doing it and they're winning, good for you. If you're not, then, go up a tree because I don't care. I'm not going after you. That's all. How else can you get it? Merit. Faction kill ranking rewards in your faction class. So obviously kill ranking rewards they give out for that. Also difficult thing to win in the faction things unless you're killing. There's some people you got people like Mewtwo out here that are killing 11 million people. It's going to be tough to faction to be up in your faction kill. So if you could be up in it or not. It's difficult. The point ranking rewards in the faction duels. You'll get merit, so everybody can get merit that way. Participating in destroying enemy faction cities, obviously the same way as you're doing your own cities. If you're destroying other cities, you get it as well. And in garrison ranking rewards in the same thing in the faction class where all these rankings are. So these are all the different ways you're gonna earn war merit. And the best I can tell you after summarizing all of these things is participate. If you can participate and you sell your fish, you can be in the top 100. And that's really what I would aim for, is top 100 is the best thing where you really don't have to strain yourself and you can hang in the top 100. you could get in the top 60. Top 60 is actually, it's a great accomplishment to be in the top 60 in your season. Think about it. You have a lot of people that are doing this, guys. A lot of people and a lot of servers. So if you can stay in the top 60, that's incredibly good. So I would say aim for the top 100. Getting that little bit of damage reduction, I think it's like 1.75% or something like that. Yeah, it's awesome. That's awesome to have, you know, for if you're fighting and doing it for the top 100. But that's what I would say. That's a fun about the war merit, to keep yourself up in there. What else can we talk about? Okay. Last thing I really want to talk about the season with you guys is the mushrooms. All right. So one thing I've learned from this. So first of all, as you can see, day 35, I have maxed out my protector field at level 35. Huge. Okay. Protector field is maxed. Day 35. We have 14 days left. And on day 35, I've already maxed this thing out. All right. I think we're in day 30. Let me make sure I'm right on day 35, by the way. Yeah, day 35. So I'm already maxed this out. Now, why is that big? I'll tell you why this is big. Because it's the only way to use friggin' mushrooms. The only reason to use mushrooms in this season are for two things. Your factories and for your protected field. That's it. That is it. So why is this big for you? I'll tell you. For two things you got to know going in. Number one, you really have to think about your mushrooms that you get when you're acquiring them from like double exchange. So you have double exchange that you can do in here. One of the things for your profession that you get every season, right, is the double exchange. So even if you used double exchange, you can only get 50,000 extra of the spores from the mushrooms by cashing in your mushrooms into spores. Then there's a 2-day cooldown. I can tell you this isn't shit. Even if you did it from day 1 all the way through the season, you'd probably get like 2 million. That's it. 2 million. You know what 2 million spores is? Like turning 1 million mushrooms into 2 million spores. Do you know what that is? That's nothing. That's like unlocking a totem. So, and just so you know, like basically what I'm saying is these totems right here take spores. These spores, right? These spores are created by your factories, the factories that you built with the mushrooms. So the only thing you use with the mushrooms are these factories and this protector field. Once this protector field is done, you're no longer using mushrooms. However, you're getting them everywhere. The Beneath the Ruins gives you like 1 million of them. You're stocking up on mushrooms, right? Yeah, so the developers, straight up, the developers did math manually instead of using a calculator. Somebody should tell them there's a calculator on every friggin' phone, because how dumb is it that you've completed it's math. It's math, people. It's not very hard to figure out how many mushrooms that people are going to take before you're going to end up. I'm going to sit here and get like 40 million mushrooms. I'm going to not be able to do anything with these things. Absolutely absurd. Absurd. And maybe they'll, God bless, I hope down the line they actually fix this for you guys where it doesn't do that. But Jesus, how dumb is this that I can't do anything with these mushrooms? So really, what's the story to take from that, right? One thing would be to take from that is, I would say, don't go buy them in your merit store. So there's a merit shop, and every single day in the merit shop, you can buy mushrooms. Well, guess what? I wouldn't use your merit on any mushroom in the merit shop. Not a single one. I wouldn't buy them. Why? You don't need them. I'm giving you the cheat code right now to tell you, you do not need them. Don't use them. Don't get them. You'll acquire plenty of them along the way. And what is that going to do? Okay, so maybe it's going to take you another 2 days to get your protector fields maximized, or you know what I mean? Like 3 days or 4 days. But you know what it's going to do? It's going to save you a ton of merit. It's instead of pissing away the merit, you can use those merit at the end of the season. All the unused merit gets to go towards whatever you want. Speed ups, different things that they allow you to get. You're better off doing that. Why the hell would you want to sit here with 40 million mushrooms? I mean, it's just silly. So yeah, I would not be doing it. It's completely dumb. And I mean, obviously the exchange. So early on, the most important thing you can do, we've talked about this. I made that day one video. And the most important thing you could do is push your spore factories, right? So I would push the spore factories as much as I could. I would be exchanging my spores for mushrooms as often as I could to try to push the factories, because the factories are the number one thing that holds you back. Now, resistance, I will say, like, for example, the mushrooms for resistance, early on, the only people that really need to worry about their resistance and push their resistance are the people that are killing the main, like, protectors at the ponds. Your main R4, your strong people, your entire team does not need to be maximum with resistance, and for no reason. It doesn't. You don't need it. Your team could help you out. Now, the top alliance 100% does, because you want to be able to move to those level 7s as quick as possible in the season, because you want to beat the other servers to positioning on the map. And the faster that you can get to like level 6 and level 7 allows you to control where you go on the map, where when they can't go. That is a giant advantage if you can do that by controlling the map. But let's be honest, the majority of the alliance, yeah, close your eyes. You don't need to see any of that shit, because the strong will take care of all of that. You should just be worried about pushing these factories as fast as you can, because the only time you can push these factories, you make these spores. The spores are going to make the totems. The totems are going to make you stronger. You, for your season, I want you to worry about making these spores and making these totems. That's what you should be worried about. The mushrooms are a joke. The mushrooms you don't have to worry about. Everybody's going to have the protective field done. Everybody's going to have the resistance, the fungus institute done. That's all going to come in due time. And by the way, your alliance will help you kill the higher dooms. There's no real rush in there. The alliance will help you do it. You don't necessarily need, at least if your alliance isn't helping you do it, then they're kind of shitty to not help you kill the higher doom elites, to kind of bring the alliance along and do it. You know, you might not be doing it at their level, but that's okay. You really shouldn't, you know what I mean? If you do whatever they can give you, and being a few ahead is always good to be. But you don't need to do your resistance institute for that, because your team is going to be the one keeping you ahead of that institute at all times. So just worry about these spore factories and double exchanging the spores into mushrooms early on, so you can push these factories to 30 as fast as humanly possible. All right, that's key. Now, I want to get on the totems real quick. So, knowing what we know right now, you are not going to be able to max out your totems. Nobody is. Maybe they'll make updates and they'll make changes and whatever. But if you are in Season 6 right now, if you are coming up in Season 6 right now, if you have not opened your totems yet, then listen up and listen good. You are not going to be able to max probably more than one of the totems. You do not have enough spores. You can't buy them. You can't collect them. It's not, well, I did it the best QB. I have the best calculation. I don't give a shit what kind of calculation. I don't care if you got a camel and it shits out spores. Don't care. You're not going to have enough to build to build multiple totems, max multiple totems out. So here's a strategy I really would take if I were you. I mean, if I'm doing it, you damn well should be doing it, especially if you're not as strong. Just build one totem. Start with one totem and max that son of a bitch out. Get the percentages for your T1. Get them up, because that's the team you're going to be using. What the hell's the use of unlocking all three of these things if you're only going to use one team? Right? Now, at least in the beginning, you'll have time to unlock these things, okay? Because there is a reason. We'll get into that in a second. But listen, the first thing you want to do is focus that. It's the same thing we do in tech. What do I tell you to do in tech and everything else that we program around in WWC? T1, folks. You're free to play. You low spend. You're focusing on T1. And I'll go further than that. If you're mid spend, if you're high spend, T1. During the season, T1. Yeah, sure, in the fights it's great because your wall holds when you worry about T2, T3. But let's be honest. When you're using the cards, the defensive regroup cards, you're using that T1 in a building, in a defensive building. It's T1 all the time. You get it back in your base, it goes right back out. Goes back in your base, it's right back out. Wednesdays, you're under shields. Most days, you're under shields, except for one. So don't worry about it, especially if you don't go in the mud. Now, this even goes for high spenders to me. So even for myself, I want to get my missile team as strong as I can. I want to attack with the strongest team. I want my protectors as strong as my team. I want my rallies to be with my strong team. I want my defensive regroup. What can I do? Well, you know what helps is when I'm sitting here getting 13% boost to my missile vehicle heroes. That's huge. Why do I want to split that? What good is that if this is only at, let's say, 10 or 9%, and I got my air with 6% and my tank with 4%? Give me a break. Give me the 13%. Give me one team and put it off the hook, and then we can worry about the other teams. Now, I'm about to make this one go to 27, so I'm not going to have a problem maxing one of our totems here. So one totem you'll be able to push through. You should be able to. Without issue, especially if you were following us on how to build your factories and stuff in that day one video that I made. You should be able to push these without a problem, and then you max out at level 30. So then once we max out at level 30, then we'll start making the decision on the other two. Now, here's what I would do. Here's what I'm thinking right now with the other two. What I would do is, number one, I would be unlocking both of them. Okay, now this is why I say unlock at least both of them, because there's professional experience that's involved with both of them. So if you look up here now, we get hero experience 68 million. Okay, ready? All of us all together can do that. Hero experience, right? We don't care. Exactly. We don't give a shit. We got plenty of hero experience. I'm not looking at that. Profession experience now, that's a whole nother deal. Because profession experience is hard to get, and that's going to be used to up your core cards, right? So you need all the professional experience you can get, even a little bit of it. Don't forget, people pay for that in the off season. You got whales and people that are actually paying for this profession experience. So just unlocking it and getting a little bit of a professional experience, you can go out there and fight some zombies and take some stuff. Yeah, this profession experience is good stuff, and you pretty much can only get it in the season. So I like the opportunity to unlock them both to at least capture this 40,000 professional experience. However, I still say push your teeth. Like, for me personally, I'm going to probably push my T2 because I fight with it a lot, especially running rallies and different things strategically that I use with my T2 air that I don't fully using with my tank right now. My tank is doing amazing actually at holding up my wall, and I mean, it's really ripping strong at this point, but there's a ways to go in it. For you, I would say if you only have a T1, if you're free to play and you put everything in your T1 and you don't really give a shit about your T2 33, you don't put it on the wall, you don't really fight with it, you're in that conversation still where you're building all your exclusives on your T1 and you're going through, there's no harm in just splitting your time on both of them. Just build them both, because what's the difference? Once you have your T1 maxed, everything else is gravy, and the difference that you're going to get is different. You're going to get hero experience out of both of them for cheaper spores. Right? You're not worried about really the team boost anymore. You're going to be worried about the profession experience bump that you're getting on every single build. So yeah, like I would split my time that way and just keep going, because you're not really gonna use those teams anyway for the most part. So what's the difference? So free to play, low spend. Honestly, I'd max out one and then I would split and just keep building them. That's what I would do. Now, when you're a mid spend, and especially mid spend, or high mid spend in there where you use your second team, yeah, I would unlock them, but I would be pushing that second team, because you actually could make that second team even more. You got to figure, you got the awakening skill you probably invested in. Your high mid spend, your high spend. You've invested in more than just your number one awakening skill. You've invested in your number two awakening skill, right? So what's better to up that by then making your second totem good? You don't want to split between the second and third. You want to up your second team because you actually find it useful. Helps your wall, you're fighting with it. You may be running rallies, helping your team with it. Yeah, shit, build that thing up, man. Whatever you can get. If you can get that thing to level 10, level 12, then just unlock this one and build that one up as much as you can, because it's useful for you. So I just think the strategy should be different after you do T1 at that point, of why you should for free to play, low spend, and then a little bit higher. So that's really how I would handle the totem builds when you get into this. as you move forward. Yeah, and I think that's my main thing. I have a whole tactic card thing that I'm building out. I'm still haven't finished. I'll get into the tactic cards with you. We'll do that another time because, listen, I sit here for 2 hours and talk about tactic cards. You know me. I just we'll wait. We'll wait on that one. But soon I'll have a whole breakdown on how many tactic cards you can use and build up and all that good stuff. So we'll get into that. Okay. All right, good. That was a lot. So hopefully it was helpful and useful for all those that are about to be in season 6 or whatever. Hopefully you can use that. Let me see. What did I miss? You guys are chatting away over here. What the hell did I miss? Okay, here we go. Palantir, handshake deal. Yeah, we don't do no handshake deals. Alliance first, that's correct. You yelled at QB if you tried to do a lie. I told you, Bun, but I've learned my lesson. I'm not going to set everybody up that way. You saved the day once, so I'm not going to make you do it again. Okay, let's see. He was always doing a lot in season. I expect him less during fight windows, I think. Use plus ports during Sanctuary. My God, I think I've used, so far in Diamonds, I think I'm around... probably teleports alone. I think I've used about, I don't know, I think I'm like 600,000 diamonds, 700,000 diamonds in so far this season. Something outrageous. I use so many teleports, guys. It's not even funny. Absolutely absurd. This game, I tell you, this game gets, out of high spenders, this game gets more friggin' money off of teleports than anything else. I swear to God. With our diamonds, it is absolutely unbelievable. Well, I won't say whales. Like high spenders, they speed up all the time. They're always using it to like speed up in canyon storms and desert storms and stuff like that, right? So they're using diamonds that way. But I'm telling you, if you're just like a spender around me or a little below me, oh my God, your diamonds are just getting eaten up by effing teleports. It's ridiculous. This game is so ridiculous how much they make teleports. 1,500 diamonds is obnoxious price for teleports as often as you need to do them. It's a completely awful price. They should be completely ashamed of themselves for doing it. It's wild. But whatever. Okay. Anybody else have anything? Purge hard. Yep, that's true. How the new faction system? Okay, how is the new faction system? Are the matchups similar to Warzone Duel? I love the new faction system. I know some people are upset, but let's be honest. Even our season, right? I just had this conversation with somebody in the other faction about this. Our season is incredibly divided. I think it's very fair in how it is now. I think from a developer, here's where the disagreement comes, okay? People may see that another server is participation is not high, okay? That could be very true. So one faction server could be participating way more than the other faction's server. That's fine. But where's the power at? Where's the division in power? Is that fair? Because all the developers are sitting there doing, if they're just going, hey, this is how strong your server is, and this is how strong your server is, I think that's a fair way of doing things. Because if you think about it, you know what's going to happen is if you start making it based on participation in the servers, I can already tell you people are going to game the system. They're going to say, hey guys, I need everybody in the server to stop participating because the developers are going to take a poll and see what server's participating the most. Okay, here we go. And then they're just going to game it. That's what people do. They figure out how the developers are doing something in this game and then they game this. Look at Season 5. Season 5, you got to admit, developers had the best of intentions when you look at that season, how it's designed. Hey, we force you to be in factions you don't want to be in, so let's make it so everybody doesn't have to be in a faction. And it blew up in her face. Why? Because people are fools. People decide to do the handshake agreements. They go around the rules. It's not the actual game who's doing the game. Does many things fucked up that we don't like. But listen, you got to call it fair right down the middle and say when it's not the game and it's actually the players that cause that shit from happening, right? It's the same with people who are spending. All you spenders in the game that are upset that they limit what you can buy and where you can roll. You know who you have to blame for that? The people in server 1900 that are turning VIPs after 30 days, and the people can't even enjoy the game anymore because they can't get one person out of a Capitol building. You don't blame, it's not the developer's fault in doing that. That's the players that are causing that. I mean, you just got to call it the way it is, man. So I think a lot of this stuff and a lot of the servers, and I can only speak from the ones that I've seen, but I've seen way more fairness in the groupings of these servers, and I've seen some servers that are quitting, and I've seen the participation going way down, and people, you know, who don't care, or they're fighting, or there's infighting in their server, infighting in their factions. There's so many things that go into people not participating or not being together or not being strategic enough. There's a lot of things in a lot of different seasons that's going on that may be causing things to happen. Not everything is related to unfairness and they gave us a bad grouping and, you know, blah, blah, blah. I mean, some of that is just how the servers are. They can only group them the best way they can. So I think they've gone leaps and bounds for those of you that have played this game like 900 days in at this point. And I've seen a lot of bad matching. And I don't think that really it's bad matchups. It just may be that some server activity and things may be affecting that. So I think we've come a long way, Palantir. I think it looks good. To me. So anyway. Is it balanced? That's right, Triple Q, nothing's perfect, I believe. That's right. Okay. Whiteboard. Anybody else I missed? I mean, you gotta buy mushrooms at the beginning of the season to rush your factories institute max. Yeah, okay. I mean, you gotta buy mushrooms, but Eric, your institutes you're gonna get the mushrooms on, but you're gonna get it through the weekly. You get mushrooms. You get beneath the ruins. You get mushrooms. You get so many damn mushrooms from all the other places. Like, you know, and even fair. Like even if you bought some of the War Merit or whatever, I'm just saying I've had my factories maxed out for almost 3 weeks now, and I was buying mushrooms in War Merit to push my protector field. So, you know, really what I'm saying is, and once you get your factories maxed, do whatever you need to do to get your factories maxed. Once you max them out, stop buying mushrooms. There's just no need for it. You're going to be, I'm telling you, I'm going to end up with 40 million friggin' mushrooms that I can't use. So yeah, good point, Eric. Like ultimately, maybe you want to buy some early on to just max out your factories, but yeah, just after those factories are done, just stop. Actually ended, and the experience you get from mushrooms is an absolute joy. Yeah, I'm sure it is there. I mean, come on, it's just wild. The other thing, by the way, is don't count on our like one of the things that happens in my alliance is people are counting on donating with. There's 2 ways to donate. There's another way to donate fish that you can do it through this alliance skill here that you can get 24. Our alliance skill, we haven't had to really use our alliance skills and our alliance energy for stuff. We're saving it for like battles that we need to use it. So what's funny is, you might not get, like, mine's been stocked at 24. I can't use it because we have no energy left to gain. So you may only be able, depending on what alliance you're in, if you're counting on using your fish that way, you may only get the 120 donation. So that's what I'm saying. Just make sure you're able to donate your fish. 10 giant crockfish and 10 ultimate. Oh, that's the other thing. Good you brought that up. Also, gators, the big giant gators, there's so many of them everywhere. And it doesn't matter who kills it around. You get to collect a treasure from anywhere. Every single day, you're allowed to collect a treasure from the gators. Make sure you collect a treasure from the gators. You can collect 10 of them. It's like bucket fish. put that on your list of things to do that you have to do every single day. Just find it. They're everywhere. They're called stranded fish. They should be posted in your alliance. You'll see what I'm talking about. Oftentimes, you can only get 10 of them, and then they're left over for the next reset. They're just sitting there. Nobody's claiming them because you can only claim 10 of them. Make sure you find them and collect them because you build those things up, and they give good fish out of there sometimes. So they're good winnings to get. Every single day you can get those. I think it's like 10. It's like 10 buckets every single day you get. So yeah. What are you saying? What are you saying, DMR? Don't speak true so loud about the deals. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're saying. I have to go and I'm running out of time here to do anything in this 3v3. If we don't do it now, I got 30 minutes, and if I don't start doing this stuff now, I'll never be able to do it because it's going to take me time to actually do this 3v3. All right, so this is what I wanted to do with 3v3 tonight. I thought it would be fun. I was gonna do a little bit of sandboxing to see formations and stuff like that. So what I really wanted to do for sandboxing, first thing I want to do in the 3v3, let's do some air. We're gonna do some air matchups, and what we'll do is different people will do. Because I'm always able to fight the same person, even if I had to use revenge. I'm usually able to fight the same person if I want. And I always lose to these people because they're incredibly strong. So what we're going to be able to do is fight all three teams as well. So we'll be able to do one fight with Murphy, one fight with Carly, and then what we can also do is fight different teams. So we'll pick one team, we'll go against a missile, then we'll go against a tank, and we can go, not the same person, we'll have to do a different one, but the same team of one Carly matchup, one Murphy matchup, we'll do with the same person. And one will match up with their air team, one will match up with a different person's missile team, and one with different person's tank team. So we can see all the lineups right here. We can do some Murphy and Carly testing live and see what happens. I think that's just good fun to have, and everybody, it's like the top topic to do, so I think it's a good thing to do. All right, so first thing, let's all settle. Let's see if we can settle as a group what we want to do with our lineup. So what's everybody going to be satisfied with our air lineup? Let's start with Carly. So my typical air lineup that I've sandboxed that I found is this the lineup that I'm currently using, which is Morrison in the front, Divas in the back left, and then I put Skylar on the other. So where does everybody want Carly? Let's see if we can come to a consensus agreement so we can move forward. Where do we want Carly? Put it in the chat where you want Carly. What position do you want Carly? Are you good? Are you good with her in the front? Before we get all this testing and we start fighting and everybody's like, wow, that's only because you put Carly in the front. If you didn't put Carly in the front, then there's no way that matchup would have happened, right? So let's go. I want all the air people to be all right. We okay with Carly where she is? We good? Woo, you're good with one? All right. All right. Silence is agreement. Cool. Glad we came to an agreement. All right, let's talk about Murphy. Where do we want Murphy? Now, my typical Murphy would just be to do this. We're replacing Carly with Murphy, and then Murphy would go in the back middle. Is that where everybody uses her? Or is that where everybody uses Murphy in their air? And we get agreement on the lineup here too. Skippy. I like Skippy. Because Skippy said yes. So I'm a fan of Skippy. All right, good. All right, we got some consensus stuff here. We're all good. All right, so these are the lineups that we'll run. And yeah, let's go fight. And I don't really listen, win, loss, I don't really care. In this 3v3, I'll show you why I don't care. I'm small potatoes in these fights, guys. These guys are so friggin' strong. Look at these lineups. Let's start with the first person. And by the way, the reason why we're doing this, just gonna set this off for everybody. Reason why we're doing this is because 16 out of the top 18 teams are currently using full air for a defense in 3v3, which means if you're using it for defense in 3v3, that means that you're setting it up to defend against a counter, because everybody counters you with their team. So they're taking on they're picturing that they're going to take on a missile, and they're using full air. That's 16 out of the top 18 teams in here. So that's why we're going to run this test. Now, I'm going to show you how strong these damn people are. Some of these people, it's just not going to be that fun. So this is the old CDF account, 125 million, 115 million, 112 million. I mean, guys, it's going to be hard to get any kind of good test out of this. It's just going to squash me like a bug no matter what we do. And then we move into eggplant. Listen, this guy's not, I mean, first of all, I was actually talking to him today, and I told him, I always say it on live, it's really one of my favorite bases. For those of you that have not seen it, it's he plays the whack-a-mole. It's incredibly addicting to watch. I tell him I hate fighting LRD because I just end up watching the damn thing over and over and over again. So that's why by default, I'd be a fool if I didn't tell you the truth of like it's one of my favorite bases, because I get caught staring at the damn thing. It tranquilizes me. It's such a good friggin' base. It just is. All right, so he's 132, 118, and 118. So he's strong. Then you got Slappy over here, who is as well 114, 101, and 102. Okay, again, way too strong for our blood. Those are ridiculous numbers. Okay, then we get into Peanut. Peanut's outrageous. 110, 199. It's too rich for my blood. Doberman as well. He's at 103 million, 94, 93. So we'll try to avoid them. This dude is pretty strong. I actually could beat one of his teams. 90. Now we're getting to within where I can accomplish a win, which is 98, 97, 80, 89. Now, don't forget, by the way, we don't want to win. We want to lose a good battle. We don't want to win because that's going to tell us how much we can actually kill in the long run. So we don't want to win. This 89 million tank, if we were to fight his tank, I could beat my guess is I could beat his tank. 89 million, I think I could take it. I can't take I like one or the other. I think I could take his tank, or if I put my Overlord in my tank group, I think I could take his missile. But I can't take both of them if I remove it. So it's really a matter of I would like to have a battle with the Overlord in this Murphy thing, so it's full on, like full battles like you normally would out there and PvP. So we might want to, I don't know. Dober may be our best bet. Like Doberman may be our best bet because I can't really beat his I can't beat his tank squad. It's sitting at 103. I'm probably with, let's go take a look. My air squad with the gorilla is going to be at, I'm 88. So I'm going to be fighting at 89 million, 88 and a half. I'm like a short person that gave myself a couple of extra inches. It's like about an 89. No, I'm not. I'm 88 and a half. I'm not 89. So Dober's probably a good one because he's 103. I'm not going to be able to take that. So that's probably a good test right here. Dober will be one of them. And then we'll go from there. Vulture might be a good air team if I don't use my Overlord. So I guess we'll have to see as we move forward how we do in some of these battles. All right, let's roll. Let's just do it. See what happens. Here we go. This person here. What we got? I'd love to even tell you this person if we run into them again, but I don't even know. Let's fight them regular air and then see if we recognize them again from 68K. I might not see this person again, but we have air here maxed up. Oh, they have Murphy. They have Murphy in their lineup right here. So this person would be good to fight reverse, actually. Let's see how they would do against my missile. And then if we fight him again, though we can't really flip it to look the other way. Because I guess you would all agree my missile is going to destroy them. You want to see if I can beat them. Want to see if I can beat them straight up. Let me see if I can put my gorilla over here. And 79 to 76. Here's air on air. Let's match up our squads and see what happens this way. I don't know what their account looks like in all fairness, so. Okay. Won that pretty handily there. Air on air. They have level 30s. Okay. They have full red gear. All right, we're not that far off, people. Good start. 216, 240. Okay. Stronger there. Oh, they're in it with me here. They're in it with me with components. Okay, yeah, look at they're around me. Their tactical's ahead of me. They have a full tank or full air mastery. I have full air mastery. Okay. My deco's a little ahead. Yeah, we're even here. Hey, guy, I mean, it's a pretty even fight. Look at our T11s are pretty even. I'm a little ahead in wall, a little ahead here and there. Nothing major. So, there you go. I mean, air and air, a little advantage and no problem there. A little side quest. Not what we're looking for, ultimately. Okay, he's pretty strong here. Air, oh, there we go. Air 92.6. Okay. Let's do this. Here's our first one, guys. Let's do Black Love, because I'm pretty sure I can revenge him. All right. Here's our first one. What are we gonna do? We want to put Overlord on air. Usually I would beat Black Love, but now I'm going to be losing to him. Oh, what do I do? What I do for science. The things I do. All right, let's see what happens here. All right, we're going to fight him straight up with air. So the first one, let me make sure I got what I agreed upon. I do not. We said Carly in the middle. We said left. Okay, this is what we agreed upon. We said Carly in the front. Okay, here we go. Test one. Well, 6 only took 1669. Not a very hard thing for Murphy to beat, I'll tell you that, because that's not very good. All right, cool. So now let's go see if we can revenge Black Love. Oh, we can. All right. Oh, how exciting. Blinded me with science. Dun, dun, dun. All right, here we go. This is what we agreed upon. We're going to do this. We're going to put Murphy in. All right, here we go. Air versus air. First test. Murphy. Oh, crap. I don't even have my tank filled anymore. Doesn't matter. I lost to him before anyway. That's ridiculous. All right. 16. Oh, look at that. Way better. Look at this. Only one battle, but look at that. That wasn't even close. Wasn't even close. We went from 1669 to 2589 for air versus air battle. He has, by the way, I mean, listen, he's only got a 3-star diva, so I have a 2-star diva. Pretty close. I mean, the big diva upgrade, I would say, is a 4-star one. That's going to be where it gets really interesting, because that goes to 40% damage. I think that's going to be the real bump one that I want to see. But this is good. This is definitely, to me, I think that's, I don't care how many, you can run that battle 5 times. That's a pretty decisive win. I don't think that one was very close, I would say. All right, so let's keep going. Boy, what am I going to go for? 0 and 30 tonight? You guys are going to drop me off of 3v3. I'm going to have to win something eventually, or else I'm going to be like completely thrown out. Okay. Who's this person? This person has an air. Okay, let me just. What time is it? 6. Let me win. Let me beat this guy, because I have to keep moving up to fight the stronger people. If I fall too far behind, I'm not even going to be able to fight these folks. And I think I can just take this guy. And just as well, I mean, we could do this every night too. So I might do this tomorrow too. We might keep this little game going. See how we do. Murphy testing. I like it. All right, here we go. Doberman. We talked about this. Okay. So we're gonna do our full air test here against Doberman. We agreed. Carly in the front. Here we go. Doberman on his. You want to do his? We'll do his air again. Air on air. One more test. Inside. I thought that was pretty. I personally thought that was pretty concise. I think we could do it tomorrow. We might run out of time, so I'm going to switch teams, and I'm going to see how we do against like a tank team now. And let's see if let's see how we do against tanks. So we can try to get all 3 teams in tonight, and then tomorrow we can do these results. We could probably spend a little bit more time. I didn't realize how long this was actually going to take, and actually how fun this would be. So, yeah, we can do this tomorrow. All right, here we go. On his tank team. 1698. I will tell you what. I will tell you that is pretty damn good, actually. For as much as he's way ahead of me and everything, that is pretty good in damage. So now let's go see. I think I can use diamonds. And revenge him. Yep. Okay. All right. Now we'll do this. Now we got to switch it up. Oops. You're in. You've got passage. Carly out. Murphy in. Okay. Take 2. And winner is 1725. This is a little closer. So 1698, 1725. Yeah, guys, this not very concise. This is a coin flip. I mean, 30 is a coin flip. 27 actually. So, that one's gonna need some more testing. To run. But I will also say, by the way, in both of these tests that we're running, let's be honest, this is an optimum situation, by the way. Murphy's lined up with Kim in these lineups, so it's not even like Kim is, I'm sorry, Marshall's lined up with Skylar. Not optimum situation, because that's actually all the tank teams are telling me they are having the most success against air when Marshall is against Skylar, believe it or not. That's what I keep hearing. I have a couple people with battle reports that we were going to look at tonight that said that exact thing. They're like, every time they match up Marshall with Skylar, they're winning. That's what I keep hearing. Which is funny. I would think it was Diba, but they're saying that it's there. So I'll have to see. Since switching Murphy and Carly, what about having Carly in the back mid like Murphy? Yeah. 100%. You know what, B-Dub? I think we'll have to do this tomorrow. We know where we stand right now in some of these tests, so I'll start spreadsheeting some of this stuff, And tomorrow we'll move the lineup around because that'll make more sense because we're going to run out of time. I have like I have too many that I still have to get to, and I got to get my hits in tonight. So tomorrow we'll schedule it up. We'll do this a little bit earlier. We'll start with this, and we'll do maybe we'll just do a whole friggin' Murphy sandboxing in different positions to get to the bottom of this. I just feel like it's the most talked about subject right now. It's really to me it's worth doing. Here we go again. Yeah, Doberman again. All right, I gotta win. I gotta win something here, or put some of this stuff back so I can go through some of these fights. So let me whip through a few of these fights and see where we are for time, because I have too many right now to do in like 9 minutes. So 23 left. Win a couple here. Keep me in the top 12 or so. So we keep getting good matchups tomorrow night. Here, and then let's go over here. Okay, let's do this. Air missile. Slappy, okay, can't be. You know what we'll do? You know what I'll do too? I'll take this. Let me go into the. We'll do into the controlled sandbox, and I mean that's against a missile team. We didn't do missile. We could play around a little bit with missile. But so far, guys, these people are so damn strong. Here's Doberman again. See, I can whip through these pretty easy. This one I have to fight. Missile, air tank. Yeah, I might be able to get one more test in. If I can get through a couple more. Here's Peanut. What didn't we do yet? We didn't do missile, right? I feel like we could sandbox some missiles because missiles lined up. Let's do another. What was that? Air that we did with Dover, or we did air against tank. Let's do air against her tank. In case we run into her again. I'm 75. Let's run into his tank. Oh, we already did his tank, right? Here's one right here we could actually do. This guy we just did. I didn't look at the results, but we can go back and look after. Let's test him real quick. I'm going to have to put Carly in here. Let's go see if we can beat this guy. Oop, I won. I won, though. That's right, because I beat him before, too. So it's a poor test. Because I think I won both of those battles. Not what I'm looking to do. You really have to lose these battles and already get the good tests going. Samson. Okay. Okay, Peanut. We just did with her with what? I think we did this one, right? And we didn't do this, so this is perfect. I think we can match. I think that's what we want. If I remember correctly. Oh, here's a good one too. This is a good one. Let's do air on air. This is a good one. Look at this. Oh, I like this test. This will be a good one to look at after. We'll do air on air on this one because look, 88.3 and 88.5, and Vulture is stronger than me overall. So this would be a great one to look at. Yeah, that's good. And we can get him again. I think I have Vulture in here. How am I doing on time? 5 minutes? Okay. Let me do Vulture again. And let me just see. Okay. Remember, we got to look at Vulture and Peanut. We'll come back and look at Vultures and Peanuts. They were both losses. All right, let me finish knocking these out now. And then we'll go in the sandbox to do some missile testing. Oh, what am I doing? All right, Sir Goku. Cutting it close tonight, folks. Oh, forget this one. This is an easy fight. That one out. Damson. Okay. Missile. Tank, air. There we go. We'll get this one out. 4 more. This guy. Oh, I lost that one. Eggplant. Let me get through that one. Trying to just go as fast as I can here. $80.9 air versus tank. Let's see. Am I gonna beat him? Oh yeah, 3v3. Wow. Wow, I took him. Wow, I'd love to look at that one just to see. Tank beat his missile. And Damson. So we have air here. Missile tank. Okay. All right. Did that put me at least, what am I, stay at 11? We'll see tonight. 9:57, not too bad. All right. Let's go take a look real quick at some of these. We had Peanut, and then I think we also had, what was the other one that we had? Vulture. Yeah, okay, so cool. Look at this, back-to-back Vultures. All right, let's take a look. He's pretty strong. So this was really good. So this one, what was this? Air versus air. So 1742 for this. And I need to know, you guys remember, I want to write down before I forget. I want to make a note. It was, who do we have? We had Vulture. We did Peanut. We did Doberman. And what was our other one we did? Do you guys remember what was our 4th person that I did? I'll take a look to see back-to-backs. I know I did them back-to-back. I'll take a look. All right, so this was 1742. And then what was the other one? Oh, this was the Murphy one was 1742, so I need the Carly one. Oh, yeah. Okay, Carly one. And it was 1583. Yeah, Carly was less on that. Oh, Black Love. Thank you. Black Love. I'm going to write that down. Black Love. And before I get reset and lose some of these, let me write them down real quick. So this was what? Tank, I think? This was air v air. We did on this one. Right? Carly is what? 1583? Murphy was. Because sometimes they disappear. on you. Enough people hit you. 1742. Okay. Sharon Doberman. We didn't do Damson, right? That's just the luck that happened. We did Doberman. No, that's a shield. Here's an attack. Oh, here's Black Glove, right? Okay. Black Glove was Murphy. Air right here. We did Air v Air for Black Glove. All right, so this way we can chart this stuff. 1669 for Carly. Okay. Black Glove. Right here, Murphy. 2589. Yeah, that we want to look at that real quick too. Like, who we got to look at this. I got to take a screenshot of this to figure this out because it's interesting that this matchup. Oh, why don't I take the whole damn thing? No, what you had. Something with the matchup here, I would think. Because Vultures was much closer. And so okay. Just in case. That is already, as you can tell, you see what I mean? Like they're already moving way down the list. Already about to fall off. Here's Doberman. Here. If I save these, will it actually work? I swear I tried to save these before and then they disappear on me. Think they'll work? Okay, let's try it. Okay. Okay. Get Doberman. Save. Save. No, all right. I think we're good. It's working. And then we're gonna look at them afterwards and watch. They'll be gone. I had this happen to me. We did Vulture. Good shit. If I could save these, that'd be awesome. Then I can really prep stuff for tomorrow. Tomorrow will be fun. I can have this more of an inside look so we can look at all of this stuff combined and do some more diving into it. And then I think we did a peanut, right? Did this peanut. And we did what? What was peanut? Air versus her tank. With Murphy was 1254. And then right here, is this the one with Carly? Yep. Carly killed more. Okay. All right, good. I have them all saved. All right, cool. Yeah, I can look at those and size all that stuff up and do way more with that later. So we have them all now. Very interesting. I think there might be, so tomorrow what we might want to do, because there was suggestion, who suggested wanting to move her around, right? Well, B-Dub, I think, right? Since we remember the Carly, having Carly in the back mid like Murphy. Yeah, and I'm wondering, do we want to try less about moving around and more about just straight up matchups? You know, we can do some better matchups to see who they were against tonight, like who where everybody was situated in these matchups, and then move around because we can control it. I mean, our opponent. The good news is our opponent's probably not going to change their lineup, so that means we have the opportunity to move things around within our own lineup to try. So you like Murphy behind Morrison. Murphy behind Morrison. Yay in middle. Skyler. Okay. Okay. And I see what you're saying. All right. So you want Lucius over to the right and Skyler. You want the diva in the middle. Okay. We can try that. We could try that. She Diva ramps up in that spot, in this third spot here. So we can see where she ends up going. Oh, look at Peanut. I bet you Peanut has Stetman with the highest attack. I gotta tell her about that. I gotta see if it makes a difference. Where's her exclusive weapon lineup? It has to be with exclusive weapons. Does she have Stetman with... Oh, no. She has 180 and 55. Is Kim just... Kim's alive. I can't kill any of the heroes. And 100 attack for Kim. I'm gonna have to ask her to send her attacks so I could see her attack percentage. Yeah, there's no doubt. Stetman has to be the highest in her attack because he's doubling up Kim, and she has 3 awakening stars. So I'd be shocked that, unless she didn't even, let's see, did she beat me so fast before Kim even got awakened? I don't think so, because Kim gets awakened right off the rip. It's like around the first skill cycle, right? Oh, okay. Yeah. Laughter. What are you calling that? A short fight, Woo? How dare you? What are you saying? I couldn't compete with 110 million? God, Woo. Way to insult me. Let's see. Let's see what Dobermans looks like. Peanut. Doberman. Oh, Doberman. Oops. Yeah, Doberman, same thing. Yeah, I'll find out. Weaker fights. Again, woo. I mean, come on, straight to the heart, brother. Straight to the heart. Weaker fights. My goodness gracious. Jesus, guy. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. I can't even put a dent. Like 88 million, 88 and a half, and 103. And I can't even put a scare into him over here. It's brutal. Brutal. Yeah, not good. Not good. Jeez, terrible. All right, so the plan will be tomorrow. I'll do a little bit of a analysis to this so we can bring it up, and we can have it kind of charted out for tomorrow. And then I think it'll be cool. We can move the positioning around. But just tonight, 1-on-1, it was very strange that one air fight. So really, we had, even inconclusive, depending on who we fought, one air team was enormously stronger with Murphy over Carly in air versus air, and another one was much closer. Murphy won both battles, though, for that. Now, before everybody gets upset, too, I only have Diva to 2 stars, but still, I mean, 2 stars even so. Like, the season's been going in 2 stars, so is it, where's the advantage coming from? And then we do have to run a missile. So I can run that same thing in the sandbox. We can just look at real quick. 1 missile to see. But we'll have to find somebody tomorrow night to do Well, the other thing is, if you're telling me that, do they have to be closer? Do we have to be closer fights? Maybe I should, I don't know. I mean, maybe I should be fighting like a closer battle with these. We're comparing kind of landslide battles. So I don't know if you want to draw an out battle. I can make them closer, but I have to remove my overlord to fight some of the other people. The weird part is, like, I can either beat people or I can either beat them, and then we're not going to be able to tell because I didn't lose. What we want me to do is lose a close fight. It's harder to find the middle ground there, because it's like, if I drop down, then I'm able to win the fight. So we'll have to look into that. I'll look at the size of some of these folks that we fought and see if I can better match up some of those. I don't know. Not sure what we can do there. Okay, so let's do a quick missile. Let's do air test here. Doing Murphy in this one. All right. This is what we've been doing with the other tests. So go in here just to take a look where we are. Just a random 1 test, just to have something on the missile. Okay. This was Murphy. Let's do Carly. Okay. All right. So Murphy and Carly here. We had 182 million. We have Murphy and, oh wow, 100. Wow, That was ridiculous. 100. We had 130. That was 100. Wow. Wow. Let me run that one more time. That was wild. That damage. I don't know if that's. Because if that's ends up being accurate, that's wild here. 3. So that's about right. That one. Now let's see what the first one did. Yeah. Same thing. Same thing. So it ended up being damage wise for all this damage that we just did here in this sandbox. It was 184 million to 135 million. Crazy. 184 to 135. It's wild. So it was a Murphy night tonight. That much I can tell you in all of our tests. We fought air versus air, we did air versus tank, and we did air versus missile. And Carly didn't win a single battle. Out of that was 2, 4, that was 8. Those were 10, 12 battles. That's 12 battles we ran tonight. 12 battles. Carly didn't win one. So, yeah. Proof's in the pudding, folks. That's why we sandbox it. So, we'll analyze it tonight. We'll bring it up and we'll do some more testing tomorrow. We'll move some heroes around. We'll do some formation testing to see, hey, by all means, I'll take all opinions. Let's move stuff around and see what we can do. I love doing it with the audience. So that was fun. It was good stuff. Was it fun though? Do you guys like it? I love this shit. I don't know if it's fun for an audience. I honestly don't. Here. I'm gonna seriously ask you. Here. Go ahead. You guys can tell me. Honestly tell me. Because I'm like, I don't know anymore. Because I love this shit. It's incredibly fun for me to learn this shit and experiment with all you guys. So if you guys like it, it's fun. You actually learn from it and we learn together doing this stuff, then hey, let's keep doing it. I love it. All right, so we do have some battle reports. Let's take want to take a peek at for some. And then tomorrow night, right now anyway, the plan is, by the way, I wanted to talk about the account reviews. We didn't do account reviews on Saturday, so I'm going to fit a few account reviews in tomorrow. And we'll spotlight some of those to get through because we did miss them on Saturday. So tomorrow, right now, the agenda is account reviews and Murphy test. If you guys like it, it'll be Murphy testing. And Murphy sandboxing. So we'll go through all that tomorrow. We'll continue to do that. Shit, we might do it all week. I might have to do, if we keep doing this stuff, I might have to do a Thursday show and whatever, and we'll get to the bottom of this damn Murphy thing by the end of it. I'll tell you that right now. All right, fun shit. So, all right, good. Yeah, account reviews had that. Battle reports. Let's look at some battle reports real quick. Circles. What did Circles? Circles I know had sent me one that I had to. Oh, I think this was showing me. We were looking at, was this Tesla, I think? Yeah, so he had Tesla just unlocked. He was showing the damage he was doing. with Tesla unlocked at 1 star. Or one, not even, just unlocked. Nothing. 37 billion damage. Just unlocked. And then he had Tesla at 4 stars, was only 38 billion damage that he was able to do. So if you were wondering what it does, just hitting the boss here, it didn't do much damage. I mean, it was like a billion. Was that like a billion more? Maybe probably like 1.4 billion was for 4 stars. I mean, that's more damage, but you would expect it to be more, you know. For 4 stars, I would expect that for like 2 stars, you know, unlocking it. And then Circle's Head in a truck battle. I don't know if he sent me the before, but what's this? 77. Oh, air with Murphy. Who's he fighting? Oh, a Diva. Oh, he's fighting a Diva at 5 star. Wow, they put Diva in the 1? Damn. How long did Diva last for? In the 1? That's wild. I mean, no shit, that's why they would have used Murphy, right? I mean, that's wild. She's hanging in. She must be doing massive damage. The Diva damage in this fight has to be off the chain. Just died, and honestly lasted as long as Lucius in the battle. Oh, that's really good. That's a really good fight, Death. That's really good one. Oh, sorry, I didn't look at the. Let's look at it here. Okay, yeah, I'm surprised. I thought she would even do more than 37 million. More than anybody else. Man. Like 17.3. I wonder, I wish he had one with I always never. I wonder, is that all he had? This one's probably dead, of course. I hate you, game. I hate you for expiring my battle reports. You suck. Absolutely suck. I should put all of these. I don't think I can save these though. In my favorites. Can't say. I wish I could save yours in my favorites. Boy, I want to. How strong? Hold on. Let me look at this guy's account. This Meavy. How strong is this guy? Oh, he's not very strong. 212, 27. Okay. Man, I'm way stronger. I should be trying that. See how long Diva lasts in the 1 slot. Full air mastery, 18%. Okay. Oh yeah. Good little chunks there. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that was air burst missile though. Oh man, we got to put that on the list, huh? We got to test that. I mean, that's a pretty good missile squad he's got going with a 4, almost a 5-star Tesla. He's got here. I mean, oh, Circle's there. What up, brother? Cool. Hey, yeah, that's pretty badass, dude. Do you have any, I was wondering if you had any missile versus full airs. But then again, they'd have to be strong. Because this guy's pretty strong. I mean, he's all 30 exclusives. That's kind of one thing that we'd have to see. But yeah, Circles is right in the chat. So good. Happy you made it. This is great stuff, Circles. This opens up this front diva. I'm gonna test this out. We gotta test this tomorrow to see when we're doing our little sandboxing experiment. Because it makes sense. Murphy's obviously protecting with the mitigation, so she's able to hold up a little bit in the front. I mean, I'm only a 2, but ultimately, as strong as I have my air, she should be able to hold up. If with the chips that I'm looking at here, my chips are 8 stars. So my chips are way better. So I would think the defense is going to be, my defense is better. And, you know, there's nothing about this skill that's going to help her with defense, right? I don't think this skill says anything about defense at all. It's all offensive, right? Working. Yeah, the attack speed, boost power, prioritizing back row. Yeah. So there's nothing defensive at all in regards to it. That's Kim. Kim loses 10%, I think. 10% defense for the skill. So she's more apt to have a harder time doing something like that because her defense drops. But Divas doesn't. Okay. This opens up a whole new game. I just got incredibly excited. So that's really good. I was, you know what I was interested in seeing, Circle, was I was wondering how much damage she took, how much damage she can eat with Murphy there versus like a normal full air battle with Carly, because she's absorbing 17.3 million in this battle, and that's with mitigation and shielding. So I'm wondering what is. Then again, by the way, that's also Fiona is ripping that away. So she got more. She actually has more shielding against tank and air than she has here. Because Fiona's doesn't die, right? I think Fiona stays the whole fight. She shielded the whole fight too, though. Says she number of buffs to spell 14. But she's shielded the whole fight. Isn't like the number one thing that she takes away is it damage reduction or shielding? Isn't it like number one on her list? Damage is number one. Attack speed up is there. Oh, does she? All right, so it's not. I thought it was. Am I drunk? I thought didn't it used to say shielding on here? Maybe not. I don't know. I gotta go look at the old language. That's another thing I gotta do now. Am I not doing enough stuff here? Too much to do. Did it used to say shield in here? Or am I crazy? I have like old pictures. Go through my old picture, bro. I have an old picture of this skill. Hold up. Here she is. Okay, hold on, that's Kim. Overlord. Oh, here we go. Swift. Oh, that's Adam. What the hell? Everybody but her. Oh, here it is. I got it. Let me see. Maybe I don't. Yeah, I don't have it. Thought I did. I have it somewhere else. Like I know I have it somewhere. Uh, let's see what other people have in there. As far as it is, I could have swore this. I thought there was something. Oh, I'm sorry. All attribute boost, counterattack shields, and resistance gained from hero auto attacks and tactics. So that's where it is. So up here it says shields, but then it says the dispel order, and it doesn't list shields. Shields is like the last thing. So I don't know, because like if you watch that battle, keeps the shield the whole time. Very confusing. She's losing that shield or not. All right. Either way, I don't know. We got other reports to look at. I'll be looking at that. Let me see what's going on with our team. We have an actual fight going on. We're just we're capturing in 2 minutes. I got to go back to that. All right. Okay. Let's go back and let's go back to our stuff and see what we got. All right, Circles. I definitely want to look more into that fight. All right, our good buddy Legend has some stuff here. Let me see what Legend got. What is he sharing? Air with Murphy against Missile, and both have Awakening. All right, I don't know this. There we go. All right. Here's an Air Murphy. Here we go. Murphy versus Missile. 76, 74. I'd say pretty damn good. Looks like Air did pretty good with Murphy. Boy, it is a Murphy night tonight. Yeah, look at this Tesla. Almost 4 full stars. And Diva almost. So Diva and Tesla are both in the same place. Gear pretty even. I mean, a couple here and there, but he's the one that's weaker with the Missile here. Okay, stronger. Okay, Aaron Murphy, stronger on chips, stronger counter boost. All right. Yeah, Overlord, don't really care. Okay, here we go. Missile, Air. All right. Yep. Got it. And then, okay. Yep. Yeah, no real smoking gun here. Nothing really. It's pretty fair. All in all. 2 million stronger almost overcame it to beat Missile. All right. And so this one you have, Murphy, did you have both? Same thing? Yep. Okay, and he attacked and won that fight. Well, you could see in the first one, right? Look how close it was in the first one. So this one was razor thin. He barely lost it, and this was when he was getting attacked. So I wonder how many. Let's look at the stuns. I mean, he barely lost. So it says 2 stuns in the one he barely lost, and 4 stuns in the one he won. So yeah, I mean that's pretty simple. Both level, and he was able to. I mean, impressive though, right? I mean, look, we're looking at it right here. Only 2 million difference, and Missile could not beat him for his air with Murphy. All right, I like it, Legend. It's good stuff. Looks like he hit me 3 times, and I won the first 2. Then he barely won. Yeah, I see the one he barely won. Found him and won on my first attack. Okay, that attack you did against him was okay. That's the only attack. So everything else is a defense. Oh, this defense was killer. Look at this. Holy shit. This defense was like you didn't even exist. Damn, bro. You blew him out in this one. Well, 4 stuns again. But man, where did those stuns go? These stuns must have went straight to Swift or something. See who gets stunned. Oh, Adam. All right, Adam got the first one. There's 4 of them though. Oh, there you go. Adam again and Fiona. And the 4th one doesn't necessarily matter because it was at the end of the fight. Adam basically didn't exist. His counterattack didn't even exist in the battle, essentially. Adam was completely useless in that battle. Cancel him out. Completely canceled him out. She basically fought with like 4 heroes. Damn, that's pretty wild. That's pretty wild, man. Okay, let's this last one. Okay, this one's a little bit closer. 3 stuns. You see, when you get that Skylar skill to 30, you start looking at 3 stuns, 4 stuns start to become normal, which is, man, such a difference maker. And he won this one. Pretty handily, by the way. Not as handily as the other one, but still, it's pretty damn good. All right, these are good. I mean, look, there you go. There's more Murphy wins tonight. I'll tell you that. Tactic cards weren't that big of a deal. I looked at the tactic cards. It wasn't that big of a difference. When we looked at it. Looks like defensive building, regroup. Then he's got his air and his monster card. He's got his monster card in here, and then that looks defensive. So that's where that's coming from. But this one really isn't being used. Except for that's a severe wounded rate. You got this one, more of the wounded rate, so he's not getting much from that other than that help. He does have his air card here, but then he's got a monster card. Here's his monster card. And so then he's getting his 10% here. And he didn't win a battle, so that's pointless. He didn't win a battle, so that one's not being used. Got his missile card, and then he's got the counter, so that's where those are coming from. And then he's got his monster card on. And his attack card. I don't know if he was under bloody recovery, but that wouldn't matter. So he's got that's where that's coming from. I don't know, JR. You see that too, right? I don't know. I'm flabbergasted by the whole Fiona thing. To be honest with you, the game does a terrible job at hiding what's going on with Fiona. I mean, a terrible job at telling us what's going on with Fiona. It's all hidden information. Like randomly they added dispel. At least they put it before. They didn't even have this in here, so at least they say number of buffs dispelled, but they don't say what the buffs are. You don't know what the hell's going on, and then every time I watch, you get stuff like that where like you're supposed to get rid of shielding, and shielding's all there. So I don't know. I like that. I will have to see in like a straight up. Where was that air? Where was some of our air? Let's get out of this real quick. Let's see if some of these battles we just did tonight. The air versus air. I'm sorry. I want air versus. Oh, we didn't do an air versus missile. We sandboxed an air versus missile. We didn't do an air versus missile there. So I don't know. We'd have to do. Let's see. Did anybody? I'm sure people did air versus missile plenty against me. Like this is probably an air versus missile. Yeah, everybody's gonna line up against my missile, right? So let's see. Let me find missile. I need somebody that attacked me. Defense. Here we go. Defense. Air missile. Is this closer? Okay. Okay, let's see. Here you go. I mean, just see if my shield disappears. All right, there you go. Shield's up. So now Fiona should be getting rid of my shield, right? I don't see Fiona doing shit to my shields. Shields look pretty damn strong to me, don't they? I don't know. Shield looks strong, Joe. All I know. She's stripping away something else. She ain't stripping away them shields. Shields looking good. That was Let's see my that was that one, right? That was my let me see mine against. Oh, well, that's vulture defense. My missile. Right? Oh, I get it, Spectrum. What I'm saying we went over that all the things that she's removing, damage reduction, all that stuff. I get it, but I'm saying my point is when's the shield removal happening? She's removing shields, right? So here he is up here. Shouldn't my Fiona be removing all his shields? Look like they're lasting to me. I don't know. Fiona's a mystery as far as I'm concerned. A mystery. All right, let's go into take a look here one more time. Oh shit. I was supposed to go pop into that thing. I don't know if I did it. Is it over? Might be over. I missed it. Damn. Carried away. Carried away. All right. Just as well. I saw this somewhere that had the order of remote. It's right there, Spectrum. We just went over it. It's right in her skills. Just go into her skills. It shows you the order in which she removes it. It says right here. This spell order is reduce physical damage, then defense, then attack speed up, then energy boost, then counter attack, and then all other buffs. And it says the buffs that are applied, all attribute boosts, counter attack, shields, and resistance gain. Unless in order to get to the other stuff, the fight needs to last like a 45-minute battle. I mean, she's never getting the shields, so I don't know what to tell you. But fights we're watching, she ain't getting the shields. That's all I can tell you. All right, let's get all right, Ant. I got your battle. Let's see what his battle was, right? What was your battle again, Ant? I liked it when we were looking at it. There's A Squad Air. He had. Oh, so he fought. So this is so finally we get one counter Murphy battle right here. So he had tank versus air with Murphy. We've been saying it's strong all night. He had pretty much, he's a little bit less, but I think there were some interesting stuff here. So he's only 20s. Only 20s. They're pretty even in regards to exclusives. It does have 30 stat. Gear was pretty close in this battle, and what they had. What was it? 6.5 to 6.8. He had a little strong defense here. Like a few extra here. All four. There's a couple more reds spread out. What did you have? 4, 6, 7, 8, and you have what? 6. So it's like 8 to 6 in red. So 2 more reds over here. He's just spread out, but the Diva's locked, loaded, so gear's a little bit better. Let's see. What else you thing here? Chips. 21 to 18. Chip advantage. Oh, they don't have They don't have the extra drone target on their chips. You definitely got the chip advantage here. I don't care much about that. Oh, I think this was interesting. This one was the interesting part that I think I got to was here because he had full air mastery, and you were fighting Tank. You don't even have a full. You don't have 100%. You got 91%. What are you missing? Damage reduction. Yep. The last bit in the mastery. Yeah, you got some seasonal advantages here. You got some good advantages, a little bit less on mastery. This is pretty good though. To hang in and actually win against even an equal powered, when you're a tank, this is even an equal powered air. Listen, that's pretty good. I think that's a great win. You had to be excited when you saw that. I mean, you thought you were going to get your ass beat as soon as you see air against tank. You're like, yes, sir. I mean, we constantly talk about like 10 million being the norm difference of a counterattack. That's what everybody wants to believe. Like 8 to 10 million isn't a problem. But, I mean, I'm telling you, even with advantages a little here, a little there, it's like that 8 million advantage went away pretty quick. That's good stuff. Again, the other thing that is in your advantages, Marshall was even lined up with Murphy in this. So it's not like you even had Marshall lined up with Skylar or Marshall lined up with Diva. You had this is optimum lineup for the air person here. Yeah, 100%. I know. Yeah, that's pretty good. That is a good one. That is a good one. Here is another one for you. Tank against another air victory. Air with Tesla. Oh, this is wild. They put their level 30 exclusive Tesla with air. Huh. I can't even imagine what they could be doing. No, their gear is rough. Yeah, this is brutal. Brutal gear. Only Tesla there. Is this 3v3? That's the only thing I can think is they threw this in with 3v3. Oh, okay. In the arena? Okay. Yeah, I don't if it's in normal storm arena, I don't know why you do that. And they're strong everywhere. I don't know why they don't just go with their regular teams. Because their missile's 100%, their air's only 51%. Yeah, this one's wild. No stuns. No stuns because no exclusive 30. I mean, only level 6 for crying out loud. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, you handle that pretty easy. So I don't know why they would do that. Fairly sure. But okay, there's three. There's three we did. Did we just use a skill? I hope we just used one of their skills. So our no. Okay. Oh, before I forget, quickly, who just sent those over? I have to get his name sent over. Two good lineups that I tested out that were pretty good. If you guys want to know the latest lineups that I used this round for area, the new one opened. I didn't do the new one yet. Here was the first two though. Oh, why is it doing that? Why isn't it showing the first two? Okay, let me just throw one in real quick for this one. So I can get the first two that we ran. Was this missile? Oh, shit. I didn't put the chips right in. I think I'm going to have enough for. I had 2-star Diva, 2-star Kim, and I think I'm going to end up with enough for 4-star Tesla. I have right now 3-star Tesla right now. I think when all is said and done, I'll have enough for 4. I'll see after this one, because then we also have one more. Plus, I have to switch the lineups around, and I'll probably get a lot more out of this thing. Guesses I'll end up at 1,200 and something. Let's see. How many do I get here? All right. There. Yeah. See, another 126 I just got. Let me see if it shows now the first two. Okay, there you go. So here, oh, I didn't even look at that. I didn't even put the. I forgot to put the Overlord in there. Well, snap. Should do that. And I didn't put the chips on right. Jeez. And maybe I'll get some more then. Yeah, I had 126. Oh yeah. Damn. Overlord make a big difference. So I did 126, add another 21 into that, 140, 150. Okay, so anyway, here's the two lineups so you guys have, in case you want to know these two. It was Adam, Fiona, Lucius, Adam, Swift. You can try that in your first one, area 1. Area 2, Diva, Lucius, Carly, Skylar, Morrison. That was area 2. Now mine are going to be a little bit different. I mean, I'm exclusive 30s, you know, my masteries are higher, you know, all that stuff from you. So you may not be able to use the other teams the way I am to do mixed squads and stuff, but those were my lineups that were the best. So you have them if you want to try them. It's helpful. Great. As far as the I have so many skill medals. Exclusive shards are off the chain right now. Okay, 346 is what I have right now for the awakening shards, and you need 400. So yeah, I don't think getting to 4 stars is gonna be a problem. So probably on Thursday I'll have we'll do 4-star Tesla. Be my guess. So there you go. But all right, guys. I have to go. I already ate a clack. So guys, tomorrow we will do Murphy testing, guaranteed. We'll answer more Q&A. We'll do all that stuff, and then we will dive into some account reviews. I'll do a few of those. Get that out and ripped. Good enough for a Sunday night. That was fantastic. Thank you all for joining. Could have been anywhere on Sunday night. You chose to spend it with us, and for that, truly appreciate you. QB18 out.